Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Kim in the building with another video for y'all. Now in this video, as you can see from the title, it is all about what do you fear? And I'm asking you this because it's a lot of things that we may fear in life, okay? Fear comes through the 8th house in astrology, okay? The 8th house, ruled by Pluto, represents fear, okay? So whoever y'all is, if y'all have a lot of Pluto or Scorpio in your chart, there's usually a lot of fears, okay? So with that being said, let's talk about these fears. And I wanted to talk about these fears and do this video because I feel like from personal life experience throughout my life, I've had many fears. We all have them, okay? Fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay, it's a couple of what they call acronyms for fear, but false evidence appearing real is one of them. And that's pretty much we overthink ourselves into the extreme of, damn, this about to happen. Whatever this is, right? And hold on, guys. Okay. She was trying to be in the video, but so yeah, whatever that is, it's going to be different for all of y'all, okay? But some of us have multiple fears. So I challenge y'all to do this when it comes to your fears. Get a pencil and a piece of paper and be honest with yourself. This only going to work if you're honest with yourself, okay? I do this myself. Of course, I don't write it down because they're already inside of me. So I kind of naturally know these things for myself. But some of us might not know what we fear. We don't understand why we acting out a certain way or feeling a certain way. And it's due to fear, maybe, for some of us. And you will have to know what really scares you, okay, for you to really do this project. So this is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to take a pencil and a paper. Hold on. Okay, and write down your fears. I challenge you guys to do this because then when some people learn or can like take care of it once they see it, if that makes sense. Like some of us, we just need to see it on paper, okay? So with that being said, I challenge you guys to write down all of your fears. I mean, take 5 to 10 minutes out your day, okay? And write down all of the fears that you think you have, okay? And I'm telling you to do this because it's necessary for you to know so that you will know in what areas and what ways you are maybe self-sabotaging or just limiting and restricting yourself, okay, because of these fears. So that's why I want y'all to look at this. Now, I was inspired to do this video because me personally, again, a lot of things I do and talk about on this channel is from my own personal life experience. A lot of this stuff I don't research. I just know, okay? But some of it I do, okay? It's only, I research only when I don't understand or it comes to me and I'm like, okay, what the fuck is that? Okay, so yeah, that's when I do research and look into it because I'm not going to be telling y'all shit on here that I don't know. So with this, you making a list of all your fears, it will help you to like see them, right? And after you do that, this is how we gonna heal these fears or conquer these fears or fight these fears. You know how people say, "Oh, I'm fighting demons." It's really not a demon. You know what I mean? It's an entity. It's a feeling, but it's also energy. So with that being said, you can look at it like an entity. Fear being an entity, right? That just bring on all these bad things. Okay. But all this is necessary. It's necessary for us to have fear, whether you know it or not. Okay, because if you wasn't scared of shit, then whoa. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And there's a lot of people that's not scared of shit, and this is like whoa. Okay, so it's easy for you to write it down. And what I want y'all to do is not only write it down, but I want y'all to like cross off the fears that you already been faced with in life or presented with in life. Okay, they don't count. You already went through them. You already faced them. Okay, for example, say your fear was having an STD. For example, your biggest fear, one of your biggest fears is to have an STD. Okay, and I'm gonna just say Curable or uncurable? Yeah, they fine. Curable or uncurable? That's a lot of people's fear, right? Yeah. So with that being said, this your biggest fear. Some of us been faced with different things and tests and trials around this area, okay? Sexually. Again, eighth house energy, okay? Eighth house rule the sex organs, and it's also fear. It rules fear. So I'm using that example because of this, but it could be any fear, okay? But I want you guys to write it down. One, write down every fear you can possibly think of. After you do that, I want you to look at them. This the two. And you're going to look at those fears and you're going to cross off all the ones you already been dealt with or dealt with in some point or time in your life, okay? So you eliminating ones that you already been faced with, right? So now you can see what fears you haven't been faced with. And when the universe is testing us sometimes, I'm sorry if I don't look in the camera, y'all. It's okay. I got a habit of not wanting to look in the camera. But anyway. See, so when you start to cross off things that you already been faced with, then at least you know what the universe can possibly bring up that you haven't been faced with. Okay, so those would be the fears that's not crossed off, okay, that you could still be faced with, okay, or you will go through them at some point in this lifetime, maybe. Okay, so at least you see them there. So this way, you know what you dealt with already as far as fears. You know what you've been faced with, and you know the ones you haven't been faced with. So you can't really prepare yourself for the ones you haven't been faced with. But what you can do is acknowledge them. Okay, so this can happen to me, or this is one of my fears. But never think shit can't happen to you. I'm going to just say that too, because I feel like saying that. But anyway, because you never know what you can be faced with until it happened to you. Okay. But anyway, so after you do that, you see what you wrote down all your fears, you cross off the ones that you already been faced with, and you got the ones that you haven't been faced with, right? So now you see all of this on paper. So the third thing I want you to do is to ask yourself, why do these things scare me? Why do these things scare me? Because sometimes it's deeply rooted. Sometimes it's from a past life. Sometimes it's just something that happened in your past that this scares you. Okay. So that's where it became a fear. Okay. So this way you asking yourself, why are you having these fears? Okay. So now you're taking your emotions out of it and you're really being logical about why you have these fears, okay? And then the fourth thing I want you to do, and I only want you to do 5 things, but the fourth thing, so now you done wrote them down, you done crossed off the ones, let's just go back over it. You done wrote them down, you done crossed off the ones that you already been faced with, you looking at the ones that you haven't been faced with, okay? And so the third thing you're going to do is ask yourself, why are you scared of these things, right? That's what you're going to ask yourself. Why are you scared of these things? So you can logically see why you're scared of these things, and take your emotions out of it. And fourth, I want you to look at, I think I skipped one. Shit. Hold on. Let me think. Because this all coming from downloads. Okay, so write them down. Cross them off. Write them down, cross them off. Ask yourself, why do these things scare you? And see if the reasons are like logical, do they make any sense, etc., etc. That's why you asking yourself this question, to see if these real fear. Well, some people, they could be panic attacks. They still real fears to that person, okay? So I'm not going to say they fake fears, but a lot of these things are false evidence appearing real. They are fake, okay? Evidence appearing real. A lot of times our fears don't manifest, okay? But sometimes if you're a powerful manifester, then you can manifest these fears, okay? So that's why I want you to, ask yourself, why am I scared? So you looking at it logically. Then I want you to look at it emotionally. How does this feel to me and for me? And if it happened, I want you to ask yourself all those questions. So you're looking at it logically. That's the third thing you're going to do. And the fourth thing you're going to do is look at it from your emotionally, like from your emotions, feelings, etc. And ask yourself these questions. Why do I feel like this? Okay. Why do I think this? That's on the third step. Why do I think this? Why am I having these fears? You do all your questioning with the third step. Fourth step, you feel it. Because it's important that you feel it so you can heal it, okay? And then let it go. So you feel it, you ask yourself all those questions about why am I, feeling this, and etc. So you can know why you're feeling this way. So now you're looking at it from not only a logical point of view or perspective, but also from an emotional point of view or perspective. Okay, so those are the four things you're going to do. And the final thing you're going to do, I'm just asking y'all to do a handful of things. The final thing you're going to do is you're going to ask God to protect you. Let God know that you're trusting in Him with these fears. And also, you're going to give them to God. That's the fifth thing I want you to do, is give them to God. That means letting this go, not letting fear control you, run your life, or you not living out of fear anymore. So that's the fifth thing you're going to do, is just give it to God. So I'm asking y'all to do 5 things. Now, if you didn't get everything I was saying, just replay this video, okay? Because it's not long, and I'm not going to keep reiterating the same thing and repeating myself. Hopefully it was clear. I really just come up with shit. So this is it. The 5 things to eliminate and face those demons or your fears that people claim they have. Okay? And you have to be 100% honest with yourself for this to work and for you to be able to let go and heal these fears. Okay? This is part of doing shadow work. Where like I said, some of us, we don't never manifest these fears. We don't. They just really be false. Okay? Fake things, entities that we're creating in a 5D or 4D that don't even exist here in the 3D, right? But we feel them because they feel real to us and all that. But that's because we are still connected to other dimensions. And up there, which is the astral dimension, you are creating this entity called fear, and they're carrying around all of these things. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. That's how I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. It's literally an entity that's carrying around a bag of fears for all of you guys. And you created this entity in the astral. So that's why you feel it, and it feels and appears real to you. Okay? So some of us, we never see these fears manifest. Others, depending on the placements in your chart, you will see these things manifest. If you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, you will definitely see these things manifest. I just feel that. I don't know how I know. I just know. Now, for me, example, like I said, if you're a strong manifester, you can manifest these fears in your thoughts just like that. And so it is, and so it will be. And you wondering why everything you think and feel is happening to you, because you're manifesting it. Okay, so this is why it's important for you guys to look at this, look at your charts, and really find out. Okay, I'm trying to teach y'all something now. I'm a natural teacher and healer. Okay, so with that being said, those who are powerful manifestors with all this ability to manifest in their chart don't even know they have this ability. And it's a great ability, because whatever you manifest comes to life, okay? You create these things. So for you who I'm talking to, who manifest these things, you actually manifest it like me. Every fear you had in life, you can actually write it down and see that you done conquered a lot of them or been faced with a lot of them. This person gonna have a lot of those crossed out. Okay? And that's because you manifest. And this will also help you to realize how you manifest, or how great or good of an ability to manifest that you have. Okay, so you're just manifesting all the lower vibrational negative things, like, because you don't even know you can manifest this great or this quick or that rapidly or, that good. So you have to look at this, and it's going to help you with that. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm getting, and that's what's coming to me. That's what I wanted to discuss. I hope this video helps somebody in some type of way, and I hope y'all scroll down, check out more of my videos, like them, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please consider doing so, because you get the real, the raw, the truth, and it's uncut over here. Nothing is scripted, edited. A lot of random, spontaneous readings and videos I do for my collective to help naturally heal humanity in my own way, using my own gifts and abilities. So I thank you guys. I really do. Stay tuned to the next one. Peace and love.